just like, screw IKEA, and I bought these bookshelves that I will show you right now from a small business, and I just bought one to like test it out. Basically, I don't have any space left. Originally, I was planning on creating like a wall of the IKEA bookshelves, like basically like splitting a room in half, literally, because I didn't have any more spaces left. But I think this is a bit of a better solution. I don't have to, split the room in any way, and I can always buy more. And these bookshelves pretty much fit anywhere, literally. They're called invisible bookshelves, if you're wondering. I'm pretty sure that, in your country or wherever you are, somebody might make them too. Alright, so that's it really. Oh, one last thing. I've had these rainbow bookshelves for years now, okay? I already did a lo-fi bookshelf tour on my channel if you want to see that. And I just think it's time for a little change. Also, the rainbow bookshelf doesn't really fit into the color scheme of my room, so the plan is to create a black and white bookshelf, like white on the top, black on the bottom, and then I will move the yellow and orange and red books to the other shelf that's like right next to me, because those are the books that kind of fit into the color scheme of this room. And then I will move the rest of the books to another room, and after I will get more bookshelves. That's where all the books are gonna go, basically. So that's the plan for today. Alright, enough rambling. I already talked too much, so let's just get started now. First, let me show you the overview, how it looks like. You can see that it's pretty messy. Usually you only see the middle part, and also there's a bunch of books that I have prepared already. I gathered some books from other places and placed them there. I spent around an hour before I actually started filming, so that's why I am kind of sweating and exhausted even before I started. Some books just fell. And I also found this Pikachu. I don't know why I'm holding it for so long, but yeah. So now I'm just removing books from the very top. There are 2 layers of books, and I just wanted to get rid of that and make it more organized. Also, I usually cleaned up my bookshelf before I've started filming, so you've never actually seen it like this. Oh god, now I found this crown, whatever. That was on the top. Now that I think about it, I don't even know where I've put it. And here I am removing more books, and I'm pretty much just checking if they're going to fit into the theme, if they're black, gray, or white. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on my bookshelf, as you can see. There's some souvenirs from different places I went to, random plushies, just random stuff. It all looks really messy. Also a lot of bookmarks. I filmed this around a month ago. I was just waiting until I will make my booktube channel to actually post this video. So you can see that my hair was still a little pink, that little pinkish tone. I don't know why I jumped like that. And I actually had an update since then, so I got one more shelf like I showed you already. Originally I was planning on getting more, however, they didn't have more in stock, so I might get the bookshelves, I don't know, around October or November. They didn't say specifically when they're gonna get more of them, but yeah, I definitely need more. I actually organized the to a room, like my Harry Potter shelf and then my random English book shelves. I also cleaned those, but I didn't really film it because it was difficult to film that. I didn't know where to place my phone. So I think right now I just got a tissue paper and I cleaned the bookshelves, yeah, because they were a little dirty. I should clean them, but because there's so much stuff on those bookshelves, it's kind of difficult to do, so I didn't clean them as much as I should probably. Alright, again, I'm removing more books right now and putting them in the other room, which they're still there, by the way. Like I said, I didn't organize the bookshelves. These days I'm actually reading a lot. I am participating in this magical readathon pretty much, and my goal is to read 7 books in the month of September. I'm on my 2nd book right now. I'm reading Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen, and it's fun. I don't read that many classics, and I would like to read them more, so that's my goal for this year. Also, as you can see, I do have a lot of Czech books. I read them mainly in Czech. It's not like I can't read in English, it's just that it's way easier for me to read in Czech, so if there is a translated version, most of the time I would pick up the translated version. Basically, I have to be really committed or really interested in a book to actually read it in English. Obviously, I can read in English, but I am much of a quicker reader if I read in Czech. I mean, it makes sense, it's my native language. Right now you can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm pretty much just removing all of the books from the shelves that you can't really see right now. My laptop's heater just kicked in, so I had to move far away from the computer. It looks a little funny now because I'm so far away from the actual screen, but I don't really read that many classics in English, to be honest. I know that if it's a Czech classic, if it's a translated version, then it's gonna be written in the modern language. If it's the original English, it's written in the way it was written before, and I do have problems with that English from time to time, especially it depends on the era and the writer. For example, I tried reading Charles Dickens and I couldn't do it. But to be fair, I know that a lot of native speakers have problems with that as well, so I don't feel too bad about it. So right now I moved the camera a little bit and you can see all the piles of books that I've gathered from all different kinds of places. So I'm just removing again some, I think I removed some brown books right now. I hope you can't really hear the heater. And again, I'm just cleaning the shelves because they were kind of dirty, like I said already. So these days I think I'm reading way more. When I was studying, it was hard for me to do because I was reading a lot of books for my school and I just didn't have any motivation to actually read. Also, I noticed that because I do stare at screens all day long, I really have to read a paper book in order to actually be motivated to read, because it's kind of funny, like when I was reading a lot of books for my school, I actually was reading ebooks better because it was something different wasn't just paper. But like I need like a balance in my life, if you know what I mean. I mean, obviously I'm just rambling, but yeah, if I do look at a lot of screens, I can't read ebooks, and vice versa. If I do look at a lot of paper, I can't read more paper books. I have to have ebooks or audiobooks. I haven't been really buying audiobooks because they are so expensive. Like Audible, I used to have Audible for a year, maybe less, and just the price of the audiobooks is too much for me. So I don't really read a lot of audiobooks. However, I was thinking about it that maybe I should get back to it in order to read a little more, and maybe read non-fiction as audiobooks, because first of all, I don't really do well with non-fiction on paper. And at the same time, I can't really get into a book if it's in audio format, and if it's like fantasy or sci-fi, I can't really get into it that way. So we'll see. So right now, as you can see, I'm placing a lot of black books on my shelves. I do have a lot of black books. I've realized that when I was reorganizing, I didn't think that I would have so many. I thought that I would make my shelf like half and half white books, half black books, but that was impossible for me to do because I had so many black books. So right now I'm just placing them randomly on the shelves. So I just placed the Percy Jackson series that I haven't read yet. When I was growing up, for some reason Percy Jackson wasn't really popular here, so I've never read it. When I was younger, like I've read Harry Potter. However, I think I will read it pretty soon. Not in September though, because I already have set my TBR for September because of the readathon that I'm participating in. But after the readathon ends in October, I might get actually to it. There are so many books that I want to read these days, and even though I'm reading quite a lot, I still feel like I should read more. I don't know. I do have this like fear of missing out a lot these days. Especially I try to spend like less time on YouTube or on Instagram. I know I'm not really active on Instagram, but I promise I'll get better probably. It's just that I really don't like being on Instagram these days. So I've changed the angle again, and now it's time for me to place all of those white books, I think. Or the grey books, I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, I started with white books, and then I realized that there's too much space for white books that I have to reorganize it again. When I was reorganizing, I realized that I do have a lot of unread books, like books that I got when I was, 18, 19, and I never got around to them, and now I'm not really interested in them anymore. However, I do have a rule that I can only unhaul books that I have read. So yeah, and then I buy more books, and it's just it's a bit of a problem. I was actually on Instagram the other day, and somebody was just like, "Oh, I've got like 8 unread books. That's so bad." And the other person was just like, "Oh, I've got 40 unread books." And I do have like 200, I think. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Yeah, I probably have like 200 unread books. It's a bit of a problem, considering that I used to read only 20 books a year max. Yeah, I need to read more, definitely. Otherwise, yeah, I've got a bit of a problem there. Yeah, I was just a bit confused. I didn't really know what to do. you see. My bookshelves, as you can see, they're kind of weirdly organized, and actually when I bought them, I thought that they're completely, that they're perfect. However, once they have arrived, I realized that if I would just have the shelves the way that they're supposed to, not a single book would fit in there. So basically I had to pretty much put the shelves lower than they were supposed to, so actually books can fit in those, and then miss a shelf. As you can see, like the bigger places, like there was supposed to be another shelf there, but I couldn't do that, right? Because the books wouldn't fit in there. So that's why it looks so weird. That's why there's always like a bigger shelf and then a regular shelf above it or under it. Otherwise I wouldn't do, otherwise it wouldn't work. There's nothing I could do about it. I think the people that designed the bookshelves didn't really know how books are, how big they are. So yeah, and also I noticed that if you buy like bookshelves from American designers, they're way too large, because books, for some reason in America, like the paperbacks are larger than here in the Czech Republic. Pretty much all my larger books are English books, literally. Or I think the big books you see on the left, they're like Odyssey, like really old Czech books are big like that. Also, what really is bothering me is when they changed the size in the middle of a series. Like for example, in the middle shelf there's Brandon Sanderson books, and they're, the same size. They look very good next to each other. And then for some reason they decided that the newest book will be huge and thick, and it's just not fitting anymore. Like it's just not fitting the design. I really, really hate that. So as you can see, I'm stacking up books to actually save some space. I gotta work with what I have. I do have these weird shelves, so I need to stack up books in order to actually save some space. Also, I placed these little statues on the shelves too. On the upper shelf there's Apollo, I think, and in the middle shelf there's Aphrodite. I can't really see it because I'm so far away from the computer right now, but basically I got them from like a small vendor. Basically they're imported from Greece and they were handmade, and I bought them just so they could be on my shelves basically. And I think it looks really pretty. It looks very aesthetically pleasing, I think. So now I'm just reorganizing some more books. You can't really see me right now, but I realized, like I said, that I do have too many black books, and I didn't really know what to do with them. I do have some grey books there as well. Originally the grey books were supposed to be somewhere else, but because I had too much space, I've placed them there. However, I actually got more books since this video, and now it's already overfilling with books. I will not buy more books these days. You can see on the right that I do have like the tiny moonlight lamp that I use in my videos quite often. If I film on the couch, usually I use it. Maybe I should get an